Photoshop does not save things permanently automatically. It might sometimes when you're working on a project, when you open and close Photoshop, you'll can close that little home button and you'll see a list of what you've worked on recently. But in general, it actually does not save things here permanently. You have to tell it to. So here's how we do this. You've just finished your face grid. You need to save it in two specific file types. The first file type will be most likely either a TIFF or what's called a Photoshop file. It'll be called a PSD. That will always save your layers right here. So if you want to change the order of where things are placed and move them around, or let's say you want to change some of the content, you decide after you've done this that you want to put in a different picture, the Photoshop or TIFF file saves your layers so you can turn those layers on and off and make changes. So that's the first kind. The second kind you're going to save is JPEG, which is what we're used to using all the time, and that's going to allow you to put this on a slide and turn in. It will also be able to transfer it to me so we can print it out. Okay, so let's do these two saves. My whole project is done. I no longer need the grid lines, so I'm going to go View, Guides, Clear. Okay, now those grid lines would not show up anyway when you go to print, but just so you know, that's how you can turn them off so you don't have to look at them anymore. Everything's going to happen under File. So I'm going to go File, Save As. I need to call this Face Grid. Okay. And I want to hit the button that says On My Computer. So it's saving it as a TIFF. That's fine. The other option that it might automatically save it as, it depends on how you open things, is a Photoshop file. And a Photoshop file will be .psd. Either is good. Okay? For right now, we want to save these on your desktop. So sometimes when you open Photoshop and you're saving things, it will give you a file, a folder with the date on it. A folder with a date on it will actually be stored way deep inside your account on the computer and then inside pictures folder, so that can be hard to find. So for the moment, we just want to be desktop, format TIFF, embed color profile, yes please, just do that. I'm going to go to save. TIFF options, you can leave this exactly as it is and hit OK. It will give you this warning about file size being increased. OK. And then if I look right here, out on my desktop right here, boom, there's my face grid. So that's going to be a larger file size and it's an adjustable image. I can go back and change it. Now, for the one that you're going to share with me through Google Classroom, we're going to do the file save again. This time we go File, and we're going to go Save a Copy. It's still called Face Grid Copy. That's fine. Where is my desktop? I go TIFF, change it to a regular JPEG. A TIFF or a PSD file will not work inside of Google products, so it needs to be a JPEG. And I'm going to say Save. Now, JPEG opens a second box that's a little different than the TIFF box. It says Quality 7. I want to take this slider and go all the way over so I'm getting the highest quality I can. So that goes from 7 to 12. Just slide it all the way over. Hit OK. And now, if I look here, here's my copy. So this one you're going to save. Go ahead and put these both in your publications folder, okay, for saving purposes. But this one right here, the JPEG version, you can turn in Google Classroom. And that is all you need to do.